Well, we tasted defeat for the first time, and it doesn't taste very good. So anybody that was saying they thought a loss would be good for the Aztecs, we don't feel that way at all. We're vastly disappointed. We wanted a perfect season, but it didn't happen, and that's college basketball. And I'm smart enough to know that every game you play is going to be a challenge, and UNLV did a good job. They played a really good first half. They got off and running. They shot 57% from the field, almost 50% from three, and create a big enough lead where they got comfortable. Second half, we guarded like crazy. I think we held them to 20-some% from the field, 10% from three, and generated some momentum. But offensively, we just couldn't get over the hump. It was probably a season low for assists with us. We had 9 assists tonight. And so part of that was, UNLV didn't double Yanni, and so when he got it in there, he couldn't finish, moves that he's finished for us all year, and he had a tough night from the foul line, 1 for 7. And we threw it to Matt, and they did double. So he kicked it out, got Mal a 3, and we tried to play through Matt in the post a little bit. He did a good job in there. We weren't connected enough offensively, and it's a credit to them. They did a good job. They played a good game. We played a good game with them the first time, a tough game. So we have to use this moment to find a way to get better. And that's what I always say about Aztec basketball. We get better as the season goes on. So we'll learn lessons in defeat. We'll come back tomorrow. And I told him the other good news about basketball is we play again right away. We play on Tuesday. So we're not going to sit here and dwell on this. We're going to pick a few things up in tape that we think we need to do better and come out and have a better performance, hopefully, on senior night against Colorado State.
Malachi or Matt, in that first half, there was about an 8-minute stretch where you guys didn't hit a field goal. What do you think was tough for you guys during that stretch?
Well, we go through rough stretches all the time. I think every team does. I just think for us, we were just missing shots. Like Dutch said, we weren't connected on offense as well as we should have been, as well as we have been all year. But we just got to go to the drawing board next game, get in the gym, and get better.
Dutch, just to understand your thinking in segments here, what was the message at halftime and what was the message after the game?
I told him at halftime I thought this would be good for us. We've been down before. So it's a good moment to us to make adjustments, to try to get more on the same page defensively, which we did. And then offensively, I thought we missed a lot of good shots in the first half. I thought we had some open shots. I thought KJ in particular had a couple wide open threes that he's made all year. We had some good looks that didn't go in. And so the second half, when you start pressing a little bit, there were a couple times where in the second half where they denied the low post and we hit the high post, and it seems like we were pressing to throw it in. And what we do usually just swing the ball and chase a ball screen. But we were pressing so hard to get it in because I wanted it in that we didn't just play the game. And so that's something we'll do going forward.
The message after?
Disappointment, but it's college basketball. It happens every night. And it hadn't happened to us all year. So now we'll see how we respond to it. And I've said all year, even though we hadn't lost a game, I felt if we did, that this team's built the right way. They're connected. Their chemistry's great. And if there was a team able to handle defeat, this one is probably as good as any. So we'll put that to the test next time we go out there, see how we play after a loss. And I would be very much surprised if we don't play a very good basketball on Tuesday.
Coach, you guys were down 11 with about 4 minutes left. Are you at all optimistic that it came down to the final buzzer, the result?
Yeah, we had a 3 to tie the game late. So we fought all the way back, and Malachi had a look that we've seen Malachi make. He made the one before that to make it a 3-point game or whatever it was, a 1-point game. They made 2 free throws, and he came down and had another look, and he had the confidence to take it, and it didn't go in. And so we had a chance at an offensive rebound to hopefully kick it out, but they threw it off AG out of bounds and secured the win. But we fought back, gave ourselves an opportunity to tie the game, even though we were down with down 11 with 4 to go.
Was Yanni sick? He looked like a little sluggish, lethargic.
I don't think so. I think he was fine. So probably just disappointed in the loss, like we all were. And that's it. You have to move on from it. You can't dwell on it. It's not going to do us any good to beat ourselves down over one loss. You know, we have to lift ourselves back up, knowing we're good, and go back on the floor and play with confidence. And that's like at Boise. And we were missing shots at Boise and just kept saying, you got to keep taking them. You're open. So that's the same thing here. Next time we come out, got to get those same open shots, and we got to make a few more.
Malachi, obviously you came from a program where you lost quite a bit. I'm guessing the right way you look right now, this isn't just a loss to you.
I mean, yeah, we lost. I mean, it's the first time it's happened, so it doesn't feel good.
Malachi, were you at all in kind of took it upon yourself to kind of take over? You had about 8 points in the last 2 minutes. Did you feel like you had the need to kind of score yourself to kind of will your team back?
No, I don't think that's my mentality. I think we were just all trying to win the game, and it just played out how it played out.
That you've talked about if and when you guys got a loss, that just because of playing on the West Coast, being in the Mountain West, not being among the blue bloods who are in that top 4, that this might disproportionately impact you guys just as single loss. What do you think the impact of this loss will be?
Time will tell. We'll see soon enough. So we have to get off it. We have to win our next game, and we have to keep winning games. The only thing we can control is our own performance. You know, we can't control where people decide to put us in the poll or where they think we should seed out in the tournament. All we can control is winning games. And if we win games, the rest of that will take care of itself.
Coach, obviously no game is refereed perfectly, but did you have a sense today it was a little bit more, I guess, questionable in terms of the calls from the refs?
College basketball is hard to officiate. You know, it's a hard game to ref. And so obviously both teams probably felt there was a call that could have gone their way and it didn't, and that's just college basketball. You know, the thing we can't do, the team doesn't do it. They don't get caught up in that. I tell them to let me worry about it, and, you know, like all coaches, I'm trying to work them for a call. So, you know, they're not perfect, and you know, some calls I don't think they get right. I go back and watch tape, and they are right. You know, so it's a hard game to officiate, and obviously when you lose, you're hoping you would have got a call or two more. But that didn't happen, and I thought, you know, the officials have a hard job, and they do a pretty good job at it.
Without, going further and criticizing the officials, are you disappointed that if you look at the metrics, this was one of the lowest rated crews you might have had all year? This is a group that has not been in very many big games all year, probably for a reason. Is it disappointing you that the 4th ranked undefeated team does not get what are regarded as higher, more experienced, higher quality officials?
Yeah, they've done a good job assigning us officials. You know, we don't have any control over that, obviously. Bobby Deibler does a good job assigning crews, and obviously he felt this was the right crew for this game, and they came in, and it was a tough environment for them to work in, and a lot of, this was a game where both teams are really driving the ball. So they had to decide how much contact they were going to call and not call, because both teams were pressing the game to the basket, and it's a hard game to officiate.
Matt, is there, in any given season, one loss is one loss, but given the unique standing of this team and the rankings and chasing perfection, all those things, what does this one loss mean to you as a player and you as a group?
To me as a player, this one loss is just kind of a reality check. It just shows us that we're not invincible. But at the same time, we just got to move past it. A loss is a loss. You can't do anything about it now that it's over, and you got to move on to the next game.